When this was said, Baka Brahma told me, "But, good sir, what is actually constant I call constant. What is actually permanent I call permanent. What is actually eternal I call eternal. What is actually total I call total. What is actually not subject to falling away I call not subject to falling away. Where one does not take birth, age, die, fall away, or reappear, I say, for this does not take birth, does not age, does not die, does not fall away, does not reappear. And there being no other higher escape, I say, there is no other higher escape. There were, monk, before your time, contemplatives and Brahmans in the world, whose ascetic practice lasted as long as your entire lifespan. They knew when there was another higher escape that there was another higher escape, or when there was no other higher escape that there was no other higher escape. So I tell you, monk, both that you will not find another higher escape, and that to that extent you will reap your share of trouble and weariness. Monk, if you relish earth, you will lie close to me, lie within my domain, for me to banish and to do with as I like. If you relish liquid, fire, wind, beings, devas, Pajapati, Brahma, you will lie close to me, lie within my domain, for me to banish and to do with as I like. I too know that, Brahma. If I relish earth, I will lie close to you, lie within your domain, for you to banish and to do with as you like. If I relish liquid, fire, wind, beings, devas, Pajapati, Brahma, I will lie close to you, lie within your domain, for you to banish and to do with as you like. Moreover, I discern your sphere, I discern your splendor. Baka Brahma has this much great power. Baka Brahma has this much great might. Baka Brahma has this much great influence. Well, monk, how do you discern my sphere? How do you discern my splendor? Baka Brahma has this much great power. Baka Brahma has this much great might. Baka Brahma has this much great influence. As far as suns and moons revolve, shining, illuminating their directions over a thousand-fold world, your control holds sway. There you know those above and below, those with lust and those without, the state of what is as it is, the state of what becomes otherwise, the coming and going of beings. That, Brahma, is how I discern your sphere. That is how I discern your splendor. Baka Brahma has this much great power. Baka Brahma has this much great might. Baka Brahma has this much great influence. There are, Brahma, bodies other than yours that you don't know, don't see, but that I know, I see. There is, Brahma, the body named Abhasara, radiant, from which you fell away and reappeared here. From your having lived here so long, your memory of that has become muddled. That is why you don't know it, don't see it, but I know it, I see it. Thus, I am not your mere equal in terms of direct knowing. So, how could I be inferior? I am actually superior to you. There is Brahma, the body named Subhakinha, beautiful black, the body named Vihafala, sky fruit, the body named Abhibhu, conqueror, which you do not know, do not see, but that I know, I see. Thus, I am not your mere equal in terms of direct knowing. So, how could I be your inferior? I am actually superior to you. Having directly known earth as earth, and having directly known the extent of what has not been experienced through the earthness of earth, I wasn't earth. I wasn't in earth. I wasn't coming from earth. I wasn't earth is mine. I did not affirm earth. Thus, I am not your mere equal in terms of direct knowing. So, how could I be inferior? I am actually superior to you. Having directly known liquid as liquid, fire as fire, wind as wind, beings as beings, devas as devas, Pajapati as Pajapati, Brahma as Brahma, the radiant as radiant, the beautiful black as the beautiful black, the sky fruit as the sky fruit, the conqueror as the conqueror. Having directly known the all as the all, and having directly known the extent of what has not been experienced through the allness of the all, I wasn't the all, I wasn't in the all, I wasn't coming forth from the all, I wasn't the all is mine, I did not affirm the all. Thus, I am not your mere equal in terms of direct knowing, so how could I be inferior? I am actually superior to you. If, good sir, you have directly known the extent of what has not been experienced through the allness of the all, may it not turn out to be actually vain and void for you? Consciousness without surface, endless, radiant all around, has not been experienced through the earthness of earth, the liquidity of liquid, the fieriness of fire, the windiness of wind, the allness of the all. Well then, good sir, I will disappear from you. Well then, Brahma, disappear from me if you can. Then Baka Brahma, thinking, I will disappear from Gautama the contemplative, I will disappear from Gautama the contemplative, was not able to disappear from me. When this was said, I said to Baka Brahma, well then, Brahma, I will disappear from you. Well then, good sir, disappear from me if you can. So then, monks, I fabricated a fabrication of psychic power to the extent that Brahma, the Brahma assembly, and the attendants of the Brahma assembly heard my voice but did not see me. Having disappeared, I recited this verse. Having seen danger right in becoming and becoming, in search for non becoming, I did not affirm any kind of becoming or cling to any delight. Then in Brahma, the Brahma assembly, and the attendants of the Brahma assembly, there arose a sense of amazement and astonishment. How amazing! How astounding! The great power, the great might of Gautama the contemplative. Never before have we seen or heard of any other contemplative or Brahman of such great power, such great might as that of this Gautama the contemplative, who went forth from a Sakyan clan. Living in a generation that so delights in becoming, so rejoices in becoming, is so fond of becoming, he has pulled out becoming by the root. Then Mara, the evil one, taking possession of an attendant of the Brahma assembly, said to me, if, good sir, this is what you discern, if this is what you have awakened to, do not lead lay disciples or those gone forth. Do not teach the Dhamma to lay disciples or those gone forth. Do not yearn for lay disciples or those gone forth. There were, good sir, before your time, contemplatives and Brahmans in the world who claimed to be worthy and rightly self awakened. They led lay disciples and those gone forth. They taught the Dhamma to lay disciples and those gone forth. They yearned for lay disciples and those gone forth. Having led lay disciples and those gone forth, having taught the Dhamma to lay disciples and those gone forth, having yearned for lay disciples and those gone forth, they, on the breakup of the body, with the cutting off of life, were established in a coarse body. There were, good sir, before your time, contemplatives and Brahmans in the world who claimed to be worthy and rightly self awakened. They did not lead lay disciples or those gone forth. They did not teach the Dhamma to lay disciples or those gone forth. They did not yearn for lay disciples or those gone forth. Having not led lay disciples or those gone forth, having not taught the Dhamma to lay disciples or those gone forth, Having not yearned for lay disciples or those gone forth, they, on the breakup of the body, with the cutting off of life, were established in a refined body. So, monk, I tell you this, please, good sir, be effortless. Abide committed to a pleasant abiding in the here and now, for it is skilful, good sir, that this not be taught. Do not instruct others. When this was said, I told Mara, the evil one, I know you, evil one. Don't assume he does not know me. You are Mara, evil one, and it's not sympathetic to welfare that you speak thus to me. It is sympathetic to what is not welfare that you speak thus to me. You think this, evil one? Those to whom Gautama the contemplative will teach the Dhamma will defy my sovereignty. Without being rightly self awakened, evil one, your contemplatives and Brahmans claimed to be rightly self awakened. I, however, being rightly self awakened, claim to be rightly self awakened. For when the Tathagata is teaching the Dhamma to his disciples, he is such. When he is not teaching the Dhamma to his disciples, he is such. When leading his disciples, he is such. When not leading his disciples, he is such. Why is that? The effluents that defile, that lead to further becoming, that disturb, that ripen in stress, that tend to future birth, aging, and death, those the Tathagata has abandoned, their root destroyed, made like a palmyra stump, deprived of the conditions of development, not destined for future arising. Just as a palmyra tree with its crown cut off is incapable of growing again, so too the effluents that defile, that lead to further becoming, that disturb, that ripen in stress, that tend to future birth, aging, and death, those the Tathagata has abandoned, their root destroyed, made like a palmyra stump, deprived of the conditions of development, not destined for future arising. Thus, because of the silencing of Mara and because of the Brahma's invitation, this discourse is entitled the Brahma Invitation.